Hi, I welcome you all to 43rd session of Organization Behavior, which is a subject for BBA 6th semester. The topic I am going to discuss in this session is stages of group development. It is chapter number 4, Group Dynamics. The objectives of this chapter is to know about the groups, meaning, definitions, types of group, group behavior, group norms, learning, theories of learning. This session outcome is to know the different stage in group development or different stages in the formation of a group. So stages in group development. What is group? Group is a collection of two or more individuals who are going to interact for the achievement of common cause or who are going to achieve the common goal. So, in the previous session, we have discussed about the reason why people like to join the group or reason why people join group. So here, whatever the group it is, whatever the type of group it is, all these stages will be the steps of group development. Stages in group development. Totally, we have 5 steps or the 5 stages: forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. So, the first one, forming. In this stage, there is a great deal of uncertainty about the group's purpose, structure, and leadership. Members are concerned about exploring friendship and task potential. So, forming is a stage where all the members of the group will be struggling to know each other. They'll be having lots of doubt. They'll be exploring their friendship. They'll be looking for the task potential. What is the potential of each and every individual? Which type of task will be suitable for that particular individual or all the members of the particular group? So this is the first stage where we are going to have the bonding or we are going to create that formation of a group through for a common purpose. We are going to know about the purpose or the reason why we are going to start the group or join the group. What is the actual structure, how many members will be there, and leadership, who is going to be a leader, who is going to elect the leader, and what is the characteristics and what is the norms of the particular. All these things will be decided in the formation stage or forming stage. They do not have a strategy for addressing the group's task, nor are they sure of what behaviors are acceptable as they try to determine how to satisfy needs for acceptance and personal goal satisfaction. Here, the group task identification or understanding of the complete task of the group will be very difficult in this stage because the members of the group of this forming stage group will be struggling to understand each other. They'll be trying to exchange their feelings, they'll be trying to exchange their opinions and to get the acceptance from the other people. And personal goal satisfaction, usually they'll be trying to understand what is my goal, individual goal, what I can do in as a part of this particular group. So they'll be struggling to settle down in this group. So forming stage is the first stage where all the people will be new, all the group members will be new. So this forming stage will make sure that all the members of the group will have their own feel or acceptance, and they'll be trying to understand each other. They'll be trying to understand what is the objective behind joining this particular group, who will be the leader, who is going to select the leader, what is the rules and regulation which I can follow, what is the rules and regulation which a group tells us to follow, or what is actual opinion of others in the statement what I can tell. So all these questions will be cleared in the formation stage. The next stage is a storming stage. At this stage of group development, conflict arises because of need to clarity the roles and behavioral expectations. In the previous stage, we have seen that it was like a blooming stage where group was group was created or formed, and each and every member of the group was struggling to understand each other. But in the process of formation, they'll be having they'll be trying to be in a bond, or they'll be trying to be in a friendship group. But in the storming stage, it happens that more conflict, as the group develops, there will be more conflicts, misunderstanding. They'll not be having any clarity of who has to answer to whom, or who has to uh, do this particular task, or who, there will not be having any role clarity, who will be the leader, and what kind of task we are going to complete, and how I should behave, that behavioral expectations from other people's, all these will be question mark in this particular stage, and there will be more misunderstanding in the stage. Disagreement is inevitable as members attempt to decide on task procedures, role assignments, and the ways of relating and power allocation. So this is a stage where there will be more disagreement. Group is formed in the previous stage, and here it is the settlement what they are going to do between the members. They try to see what is the task procedure. They say they are going to try to identify the role. They are going to try to identify the work which has to be performed by the individual member of the group, and the way it can be uh, the way how they are going to achieve it, and the power allocations which can be done. So all these things, all these misunderstanding, conflicts, disagreement between the members, who should be the leader, what should be the task, and how the task should be allotted, or who has to do what work, all these questions will be created, because there will be more disagreements, creating arguments among the members. Main objective at this stage is to resolve the conflict about the power and the task structure, develop the sense of acceptance and belongings. So in this stage itself, they'll be getting all the disagreements will be agreed, and they'll be resolving the conflicts among themselves about the leadership, about the task structure, about the individual task, and they just try to develop the sense of belongingness or sense of acceptance. If one member is telling something, they try to understand and see what is the pros and cons of that particular statement, and they try to understand. So storming stage is the stage of both the conflict and resolving that conflict. So this stage results in good understanding between the members. The next stage we have is norming stage. In this stage, a single leader emerges, and this may bring about the group cohesive or cohesion. So there is now a strong sense of group identity. New group standard roles, behavioral expectations are formed for members. So, norming is a stage where, in the previous stage, the previous stage, storming stage, ended with having a strong bonding between the members. So, in the norming stage, the rules will be created. Who is going to create the rule? That individual identity or the leader will be identified among the members only, where that single leader is going to create the norms or the rules and regulation for the group, and he is going to bring the cohesion means it is understanding or the satisfaction among the group members to be the member of the group. There is now a strong sense of group identity. They just try to identify themselves with the group. New group standards, roles, and behavioral expectations are formed. So usually in this norming stage, the rules, the regulations, the standard, what the member of the group is going to play, and what is the behavioral expectation, how he has to be behaved, and what is the role he is going to play. All these things will be decided in this stage. Desired outcomes for this stage of the group development are increased member involvement and mental support as group harmony emerges. So the intention or the outcome of this particular stage, that is norming stage, is the increased member involvement will be increased, because they'll be having the feeling of togetherness in this stage, and the mental support as group harmony emerges. If they start feeling themselves, a whole group will be treated as an individual. The members will be thinking alike, and the members will support the norms or the standards which is kept by the leader. So all these agreements will be there, and member involvement, especially all the members involvement, will be emerged in this group. And many a case, the best or the mental support will be given for the smooth running of the group. If groups becomes too opposed, they can get held up at this stage because they do not want to create conflict or challenge established ways of doing things. So this is the stage of two outcomes. One, the bonding between the members will be increased, and it creates an acceptance among the members, and it creates a satisfaction on in the minds of the group members, feeling that this is a group where we are going to work together. That may happen, or it may lead to conflict also. The conflict may be disagreement regarding the member, disagreement regarding the rules what or standards what the leader is going to keep, or disagreement about the role what is allotted to the member. So if that such disagreement conflict arises, it may end up here only. The group formation may end up in the norming stage only. So usually the conflicts and the challenges will be solved in the previous stage, storming stage, but sometimes it happens that bonding will be created, but when it comes to the leader, selecting of a leader, creating the norms, creating the role played by each and every person, all this may also create disagreement and conflicts between the members. If it is disagreement and conflict, it will the group will end up in this stage only. But when it is supported by the members, when there is a members involvement, complete members involvement, when there is a mental support, and when the people start believing each other, when the people start accepting the things from each other, when the people start following the standard rules or the expectations, behaving as per the expectation of the group, this will be resulting in the development of the group for the next stage. The next stage is performing stage. This stage is marked by teamwork, role clarity, and the task accomplishment. So this is a stage of performing. Norming is the rules and regulations which is kept for the group performance. So now the actual performance will be started, where team is going to start working about the task given. They're going to have their role clarity, they are going to accomplish the goal or the task by the efforts of the group members. Group energy moves from the conflict to the task accomplishment. Productivity is at its peak. So because of the resolution of conflict, because of the understanding between the members, the task accomplishment will be very easy, and the productivity will be at a higher level. Desired outcomes are achieved, and pride and major concerns, including preventing loss of enthusiasm and sustaining momentum. So desired outcome will be there. There will be pride in the minds of the group members. Yes, we are doing best, we are at the peak of the organizational group, so we are competing with the other groups, and there will be major concerns like preventing loss of enthusiasm. Group will be having such an understanding that they just feel supported. They will not be having a chance for loss of enthusiasm. They'll be feeling to sustaining momentum. They just feel that we should not go out of this group, we should be the permanent member of this group. That bonding will be there in this performance stage. Performing happens to be the last stage in the permanent work group. So next onwards, the permanent work group will start working. So this is the last stage for the group which is permanent in nature. But it is not the permanent work group, then adjourning will be the last stage. Adjourning will be the last stage for temporary task force and similar other groups which have specific tasks to perform. So in the previous stage, the performance will be established, or performance or task will be achieved or accomplished by each and every group member. Adjourning is a stage where the end of the group formation will be there, because the performance of a specific task, the group will be established for performing, for achieving a specific goal. After achieving the specific goal, the group has to adjourn, or it should disperse. The groups are dissolved after the task has been accomplished. Feelings about the dissolving range from sadness and depression at the loss of the friendship to happiness and fulfillment at the task performance. So after completion of accomplishment of the task, the groups will be dissolved or dispersed, but there ends the or it ends with the sadness, depression in the mind of the group member, where they had the strong bonding, they were having the mental support, the team was very strong enough in understanding. But it has to come to the end, because that particular group is started for or established for the specific purpose. The leader can facilitate positive closure at this stage by recognizing and rewarding group performance. So, usually in this adjourning stage, there will be a valedictory function or valedictory, where the best performer will be recognized and he will be rewarded, and the if possible, or may not be the future group members. So all these will be the valedictory will be there for each and every relationship of that particular group. So to recall with, there are five stages in the group development: forming, storming, norming, performing. But if it is a temporary task group or team, it is adjourning. So there are five stages in the group development. These are the references. Thank you.